What is up, guys? It is Ben here, and we're back with another career mode episode. This is round number 9, the German Grand Prix, here for the Nurburgring circuit. It's been a very long time since I've driven this circuit, about 2 years in fact, since F1 2011 was out. So I can't wait to get this Grand Prix underway, and here we are, straight into qualifying 1. We've got Fernando Alonso right in front of us, who may just interrupt our lap here if he's going slow enough, and he does. We sort of give him a bump there, and that doesn't do our lap time any favours. Now we're coming around the final corner here, hopefully putting in a good banker lap here on the prime tyres, coming across the line, and we set a 1:33.41. Quite a long way from Paul di Resta's time there, but we'll continue on and hopefully set some better lap times as the session goes on. So on our third lap here, we go into P6, 4 tenths better than our previous best, and we're still 1.3 seconds away from Fernando Alonso's time, but I think that's just about going to be enough to get us through to Q2, so we'll fast forward to the end of the session and we'll easily get into Q2. Much more comfortable than Silverstone, to be honest, and hopefully that we can show just a little bit more pace at this round. But I will admit to you guys, I was struggling quite a bit in practice just to find a setup. I wasn't really comfortable with the rear end of the car. I felt like I was sliding in to most of these corners, particularly in the first sector, as John-Eric Verne, what the hell are you doing? Just completely blocking me as he comes out of the pits, and I don't know what he's trying to do there. He's obviously getting his ass kicked in the teammate challenge, and if he can't beat me pace-wise, he's going to hold me up on my qualifying lap, but I don't think that's going to deter me too much, as now I put on a set of option tyres, and now we're just going to go for it and hopefully propel ourselves into the top 10, as we showed some pretty good pace on prime tyres in the first qualifying session. So now that we've got that dreaded first sector out of the way, we can really concentrate on the middle sector here, which I quite like, to be honest, and the third sector, which feels very nice and flowing as well. So first sector split, we're up by quite a lot, coming to the final corner now and getting a nice exit, opening the DRS once the line is available, and there we go, straight up to the line, and we go 10th. Just scraping into 10th place. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get us into Q3 though, and we managed to fast forward, and we only just get into Q3. I chanced my arm there, I wanted to save some tyres, and the gamble paid off. So we're in the Q3, and so here we are setting out our lap for Q3. We go 7th fastest on a 131.7, sorry, and we're going to fast forward to the end of the session, put on 3 laps of fuel, take off a little bit of front aero, and hopefully find a little bit more pace that way. I thought that maybe I was losing a little bit of time in the second and third sectors because maybe I was running too much aero. So now we're going to find out if that benefit pays off, and if it doesn't, we can always put on more aero for the race. So now we're going to head out and put our final lap in qualifying in, and hopefully we can qualify highly up the grid. But we'll wait and see. Coming through the third sector now, and we're up by just a little bit on our previous time, but we're still a second down on the pole time, so I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the top 5 today. Maybe 1 or 2 positions up from 10th place would be nice. Coming out of the exit of the final chicane there, seemed to go fairly well through there. Now the final corner, always feels like I'm getting understeer on the exit of that corner, but it allows me to have a flowing exit on the run to the line. And where do we end up? In 9th place. So that's okay. It's better than 10th place, but a little bit disappointing considering how much pace we showed in the first qualifying session. So now here we are for the race, and look at that. I didn't even see the rain coming. I completely missed the weather forecast. And once again, I think we might be caught out here as I've gone with a full dry setup. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get through here without a dog of a setup on this car. So here we are waiting for the 5 red lights to go out, putting it into lean just to minimize the wheel spin off the start, and it seems to have worked so far in the initial getaway, but coming into second and third gear, that's where it counts, and we seem to have got mugged once again, as a lot of the AI cars behind us seem to have got off to a better start, but lunging it up the inside of everyone, managed to get up into P5 with Webber right behind us, or beside us, sorry, and the Red Bull's getting away fairly nicely, but now we're coming back at them, and we might just about get past Webber here, go up the inside of this corner, and we should just assume track position here. We'll give Vettel a little bit of a bump there, but I think we might have to let him back through there. Just shifting up early through the gears, try and minimize the wheel spin. It's so easy to get wheel spin and spin out, especially in this first sector in the wet. So now Vettel has got track position. I think he's going to pull away now as he's out of striking distance, and this Toro Rosso doesn't feel the best in wet conditions here, and I think I'm going to be fighting really hard to hold this position as we come through on lap 2 now. I've run just a little bit wide, put me into the gravel trap, and that's cost me a bunch of spots, and that's really frustrating because that's a lot of points that have just gone down the drain there, and I'm even losing more positions to Grosjean now, and we're into P9. So we're going to have to try and get Grosjean back here, use up a little bit of curves as we run up to this fast left hand and get it up the inside, and make sure you don't brake too late as you'll completely run wide. And we lost the back end a little bit there, and Grosjean is forced out wide, but we didn't touch him there, and I think he's lost out a little bit there. So here we are on lap 3, going green on our previous best, which is nice to see, but we're losing the back end like crazy. We've spun out, and look at that, John Eric Verne, he's got nowhere to go but into the front of us. And he is definitely out of the race. I don't know how my car survived that, considering we've got the exact same car. But my teammate is out of the race here. I feel so bad. And now there's a safety car that's been deployed. And if there's any silver lining to that crash, it's that I've got a safety car that can bring me back into this race, put me at the back of the pack, and I can get away with a front wing change and a pit stop. So we're looking to do that coming in to the pits now. And looks like no one else is pitted either. So we're going to hopefully benefit out of this if the other AI cars can't make it to the end with worn tyres. So that's definitely an advantage we're going to have to carry in this race. Looks like there's a Ferrari in the pit lane. I think that's Felipe Massa. Yes, it is. So if the AI cars can't make it to the end of this race without stopping, if they have to stop, then we'll definitely benefit out of this. But the bad thing is we don't have track position, so we may end up losing a lot of time being stuck behind the back market teams. But the sort of strategy I'm going to adopt right now is I'm going to come in again for a new set of wet tyres. As I'm at the back of the pack anyway, I'm not going to lose any position by coming in and changing the tyres again. It's just going to make them one lap fresher, and hopefully that may end up making the difference in the end of the race. Maybe it might stop my tyres from going off the cliff. You never know, these little strategy gains might make a big difference at the end of the day. So we end up losing track position to Vandegaard there, who just sneaks out in front of us. So hopefully he can speed up, and hopefully we can catch up to the back of the field as quickly as possible. And listening to Vandegaard's car there, it doesn't sound too healthy. Sounds a bit sick, to be honest, but he's leaving quite a big gap to the cars in front of us. So hopefully he can sort of minimize the gap as we get ready to restart here. And look at that, the leaders are already coming through turn 1, and we're still going through the final chicane. We've still got another corner to go on this previous lap, and Vandegaard going really slow on the exit of that corner. I think he might be nursing a problem here. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's going so slow. He must be on dead tyres or something. I have no idea. But anyway, we're going to snatch his position as soon as possible, using up a lot of curves, putting it up into fast, and we're just going to fly past him. He must be nursing a problem there. We get past him, and now Alonso has spun it, and he's dropped a whole bunch of positions. He was up in the lead or somewhere thereabouts, and now he's in 20th place. So now we've caught up to Charles Pic on lap 7, and he's not having a good race either, as we managed to catch him quite quickly. I think he might have made a mistake too. And looking ahead in front of Pic, Felipe Massa is there, so both the Ferraris are not looking good in this race. Definitely having some problems in the wet, so they'll have to address those in future races. But coming to this braking zone, I actually lost the braking zone. I didn't know where to brake. I couldn't see a thing, and I just pile-drived into the back of Charles Pic there. And that was pretty unfortunate. I lost a lot of time and a couple of positions there. But now I'm coming in for a set of intermediate tyres. I felt that the track was definitely improving, and I thought, I'm in 20th place. With nothing to lose here, I may as well go for it for a little strategy advantage here, and hopefully gain some time by putting on a faster set of tyres. So coming in for our pit stop now, hopefully it's a good one. 3.2 seconds, not too bad. Sort of about average on this game. I haven't had any terrible pit stops on this game, which is good to see. My Toro Rosso pit crew has looked after me in that aspect. But look at that, Alonso making another mistake. He's definitely struggling on these wet tyres and these wet conditions, and it may actually be past the point for the AI cars to be on this set of tyres. Maybe they'll need to come in for a set of intermediates there. But look at that, Alonso is actually on the intermediates too, so maybe I don't know what the hell Alonso's doing, but maybe he's just struggling for grip on this in these conditions. I have no idea why, but anyway, it's the end of the race. We've gone absolutely nowhere in this race. I just didn't have any pace in the wet conditions, unfortunately, and those mistakes that I did make definitely didn't help me over the course of this race. So coming around the final corner, Lewis Hamilton has taken out this race win. We're going to finish smack bang with 0 points in this race. A bit unfortunate, but hopefully we can quickly recover in the coming races. Nothing you want to say, engineer? He's disgusted. He doesn't want to talk to me after that disgusting display of driving. Lewis Hamilton takes out this race from Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg. A double podium for the Germans there at their home Grand Prix. Vettel, as always, is still leading this championship with Fernando Alonso, despite having that terrible round, is still in second place with Lewis Hamilton in third. And then there's me in fourth place, the best of the rest. And in the Constructors, Toro Rosso is in fifth place with about 80 points on the board. So that has been the German Grand Prix. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next race, I'll see you guys next time.